with the discovery of democratic backsliding and executive aggrandizement, there comes a realization that the idea of government as a rule by institutions and a rule by law is quite a myth. And it's
just started demanding it. The world has been demanding it in a quiet voice before. And so there's like ways of thinking even within the discipline and stuff, which were sort of marginal, but are now at the forefront. And in that sort of temporal journey, the ideas were read differently as well. So how do we think about thinking about democracy in the Anthropocene? How do
or also through political fantasies? And we argue that also all those political responses respond to the same dislocation brought on by the Anthropocene. They try to cover the rupture brought on by the Anthropocene in distinct way. So the eco-authoritarian fantasy draws on deferred jouissance, while the technocratic fantasy underlying mechanism is disavowal, and the post-apocalyptic imaginaries work with sublimation.
Actually, there's an uncanny similarity between these ethico-political requirements and the neoliberal paradigm of individualized, self-optimizing entrepreneurship, which is something I have learned from a lot of David's work. And so I think this decentering is a difficult, if not impossible, task.
Discussed that whether this kind of mainstream center-right, center-left, center-right parties could be something accepted, that they are not innovative, they have no momentum, but that's this politicizing is a momentum. They have to be accepted, they have to be something like the moderate wing and so on.
The notion of liberal democracy itself might actually be one of those re-stabilizing fantasies that Julia was just talking about. So within current academic debate on this issue, approaches advocating a relational and vitalist ontology offer a renewed version of democratic politics.
adding? But we know that the Anthropocene is not going to be satisfied with adding. That's like a modernist engagement with a modernist problematic of the exclusionary hierarchical modernity. The only way you can do it is by ontologically transforming the problematic into a process. And the weird thing about the Anthropocene social contract is there's never going to be a contract.
That was a firm understanding that there was such a thing as consolidated democracy that we could point to, and that was rich Western countries. Even if we were unable to tell exactly what made them consolidated, and then consolidation thinking established the idea that, once consolidated, it meant consolidated for good.